places on our planet where reality surpasses any fiction. You probably never imagined that there were secret islands where women are completely forbidden to enter, and where the few men who manage to visit them can never reveal what they saw there. Don't miss this new video from Uncensored World to learn more about Okinoshima, one of the most mysterious and enigmatic islands on the planet, a place you could never enter, protected for centuries by rituals that combine religion, secrets, and absolute respect for the mysteries that dwell there. Okinoshima, an enigmatic Japanese island full of treasures of gold, silver, and precious objects dating back more than 1,000 years, deposited as offerings to the gods of the sea. These rituals could be the reason why the island remains shrouded in absolute secrecy, a reality that may have to do with its location, as it lies at the heart of one of the most dangerous and enigmatic areas in the world, known as the Dragon Triangle, an area even more mysterious than the Bermuda Triangle, where ships, planes, and people seem to disappear without explanation. Pay attention to this video because we assure you that everything in it will surprise you. Let's get started. Amidst the impenetrable mists of the Sea of Japan stands an ancient, hidden, and top-secret island that seems to hold secrets capable of defying any attempt at explanation. Its presence is perceived only by those who venture near its shores, but the interior of this sacred sanctuary remains unreachable for most. This island is Okinoshima, a place where time seems to have stood still, and where history intertwines with mythology like nowhere else. Located in southwestern Japan, off the coast of Kyushu Island, Okinoshima stands as a small paradise hidden in the Sea of Japan, an almost untouched place that, however, has no permanent inhabitants. Only a few priests and guardians regularly visit the island to perform the religious rituals that have protected it for centuries. Each year, only a few men, usually fewer than 20, have the privilege of setting foot on Okinoshima. This is not open access or a permit that anyone can apply for. These visitors are carefully selected by religious and local authorities and must demonstrate a deep respect for the island's ancient traditions. In order to arrive, those chosen must follow an extremely rigorous protocol. Before embarking, they perform purification ceremonies that include ritual baths and prayers, ensuring that they present themselves pure before the sea gods, whom many believe live there. Even the boat used must meet strict criteria of cleanliness and order, as any irregularity could be considered a sacred offense. Only those considered worthy can participate in these visits. The chosen ones must not only be men, they must also be guardians of these secret traditions and play an active role in preserving the secrets of Okinoshima, an exclusivity that ensures that the island's enigmas remain intact, protected by centuries of absolute silence, maintaining the aura of unattainable mystery that fascinates the entire world. Its isolation, exclusivity, rules, and strict surveillance mean that today it remains one of the most mysterious places on the planet. What surprises most people who know about this island, which are not many, is that for more than 1,000 years, women have been completely banned from entering Okinoshima. This rule not only affects human visitors, but also includes female animals that may approach the shrine, which, if discovered and recognized, will also be prohibited from entering. According to the religious traditions and strict beliefs surrounding the island, its legend and history, no one in Okinoshima defies this rule without facing severe consequences. Over the centuries, stories have emerged of women who tried to approach Okinoshima and, according to reports, faced extreme consequences. Some accounts tell of certain intruders being arrested or escorted back, while others disappeared without a trace, as if the gods of the sea had taken it upon themselves to protect the shrine. Even animals did not escape this strict surveillance on the island. It is said that female horses or dogs that managed to approach the shores were mysteriously repelled, driven away by strange phenomena, or by the guardians themselves following sacred rules. These stories, although lacking complete official records, have fueled Okinoshima's reputation as a place where prohibition is non-negotiable and where respect for tradition surpasses any human logic. The darkest tales mention sudden storms that destroyed nearby boats or mysterious illnesses that affected those who tried to defy the rules, reinforcing the idea that the island is protected by forces beyond human control. Although Okinoshima has no permanent inhabitants, as we mentioned, the island is under constant and periodic surveillance. From time to time, authorized priests and guardians travel to the island to supervise the sacred rituals and ensure that all rules are strictly followed. These individuals are carefully selected by the local Shinto church and the Fukuoka prefecture authorities, chosen for their knowledge of traditions and their absolute commitment to protecting the shrine. The guardians usually stay on the island for limited periods, generally a few days, during which they perform purification ceremonies, maintain the sacred objects, and strictly control who can approach. Their presence ensures that the ban on access to women and female animals is strictly enforced, using both direct surveillance and signs and warnings based on traditional rituals. In addition to physically controlling access, these guardians are custodians of Okinoshima's history and secrets. They carefully record each visit, supervise the objects deposited as offerings, and ensure that the island's sanctity remains intact. These prohibitions on women entering, mysteries and secrets have their roots in ancient Shinto rituals that link spiritual purity with the presence of men. The ancient guardians believed that the entry of women could upset the sacred balance of the island and offend the sea gods, who were responsible for protecting and blessing the region. The rule dates back at least to the 9th century, when the earliest historical records mention restricting access to anyone who was not strictly necessary for the sacred rites. Historical accounts explain that in those days, any attempt by a woman to enter was considered an act of extreme irreverence. It is believed that those who disobeyed the ban faced not only social disapproval, but also mysterious and inexplicable phenomena such as sudden storms, nearby shipwrecks, or illnesses that were attributed to this transgression of the taboo. Much of the mystery and strict prohibitions of Okinoshima have their origin in the religion practiced by the temporary inhabitants of this island, and the majority in this region of Japan, the mysterious Shintoism. This ancient Japanese faith, also called Shinto, focuses on the worship of the kami, which are spirits or deities that inhabit nature, the elements, and the ancestors. Its main objective is to maintain harmony between humans, gods, and the natural world. In Shintoism, animals are not simply creatures of nature. Many are considered messengers or even manifestations of the kami, the gods of tradition. Some animals, such as foxes, deer, or monkeys, are revered in certain shrines because they are believed to convey the will of the gods to humans or protect sacred places. This close relationship with animals makes respect for them much deeper than in many other religions. In Okinoshima, this connection is reflected in an extreme way. According to tradition, any female animal that approaches the island could alter the spiritual purity of the place, similar to the ban on human women entering. The guardians ensure that not even female domestic or wild animals enter, because their presence could be considered an offense to the kami of the sea. A striking curiosity for those familiar with more common religions. While many traditions view animals as subordinate or symbolic creatures, in Shintoism some are treated almost as living gods. For example, the deer at the Nara shrine and the foxes at the Inari shrines, both in Japan, are fed, protected, and revered, which may seem very strange from the perspective of religions that do not attribute divinity to animals. Okinoshima, as a shrine, is deeply linked to these Shinto principles. The island is considered a place where the kami, or gods of the sea, dwell, and where spiritual purity must be maintained without exception to ensure harmony with them. These beliefs probably have a lot to do with Japan's historical relationship with nature. The southwestern region of the island of Kyushu, where Okinoshima is located, is one of the most affected by earthquakes, typhoons, and tsunamis. Extreme veneration and purification rituals may have emerged as a way to appease the gods and protect the temporary inhabitants from the destructive force of the sea. Okinoshima is located in an area that some call the Japan Triangle or Dragon Triangle, a place similar in terms of mysteries, paranormal phenomena, and disappearances to the famous Bermuda Triangle. In this region of the ocean, there have been unexplained disappearances of ships, mysterious shipwrecks, and strange events that defy all logic and rational explanation. Over the centuries, many sailors and fishermen have reported phenomena that seem to come from a different world, where reality is distorted and the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural are blurred. The stories tell of ships that suddenly vanish, enveloped in dense fog that engulfs them without a trace. Even some planes crossing the area have disappeared without sending distress signals or leaving any evidence of their final destination. Those who venture into these waters with the most advanced technology often find that their navigation instruments malfunction or become completely disoriented, as if manipulated by unknown forces. Local legends speak of sea dragons and ancient creatures that inhabit the depths of the Dragon Triangle, watching over the seas and punishing reckless sailors. These supernatural forces are believed to be capable of controlling time and space, trapping travelers in labyrinths from which there is no escape. Whether or not this is true, what is documented is the presence of mysterious lights dancing on the waves, strange sounds in the night breeze, giant waves, and invisible presences reported by those who approach the island, fueling the reputation of this place as a site dominated by the inexplicable. For all these reasons, Okinoshima is not only a sacred shrine, but also a place shrouded in an aura of fear and respect. The offerings, some of which are truly treasures that you will soon discover, the rituals, and the prohibition of female access, are all part of a system that seeks to protect the island, its treasures, and its relationship with the gods believed to reside in these mysterious waters. Science has attempted to explain the enigmas of the Dragon Triangle, considering theories such as seismic activity, unusual underwater currents, or strange magnetic fields, but no hypothesis can fully explain the disappearances and paranormal phenomena that occur in this region. Among all the theories, the one most accepted by scientists is the one that links these events to intense geological activity on the seabed. The Dragon Triangle is located right above one of the most tectonically active areas on the planet, where oceanic plates constantly slide and collide. This causes earthquakes, underwater eruptions, and the release of large amounts of methane gas trapped under the seabed. When these gases rise to the surface, they alter the density of the water and cause a sudden loss of buoyancy, causing ships to sink in a matter of seconds without a trace. But that's not all. It is believed that these massive gas releases also affect the atmosphere above the sea, generating turbulence, sudden changes in pressure, and even engine failure in aircraft flying at low altitudes over the area. Some experts suggest that the high concentration of methane could also cause disorientation or temporary hallucinations in those who sail these waters, making them see strange lights or impossible figures in the fog. These phenomena, as real as they are inexplicable, could be the scientific root behind many of the supernatural stories surrounding the dreaded Dragon Triangle, and the main reasons for the secrecy and mystery of Okinoshima Island. For believers and temporary inhabitants of Okinoshima, rational explanations are not enough. They claim that the island and its surroundings are under the direct surveillance of the kami, the gods of the sea, and that any disrespect or disturbance of the purity of the place can provoke the wrath of these powerful entities. Hence, the sacred rules and purification rituals continue to be observed with the same devotion as more than 1,000 years ago. If you enjoyed learning about the Dragon Triangle in Japan, we would appreciate it if you would give us a like and subscribe to Uncensored World Now. It costs you nothing and helps us greatly to continue researching and bringing you interesting content like this every week, so thank you. In addition to religious beliefs and fears of the sea gods, there is another powerful reason for the extreme secrecy surrounding Okinoshima: the incalculable value of the treasures hidden within. As you now know, for more than 1,000 years, this island has been a sacred place where gifts were offered to the kami, the gods of the sea, to ask for protection, fortune, and balance in the face of the unpredictable forces of the ocean. Gold, silver, mirrors, swords, jewels, and thousands of priceless objects were buried or hidden centuries ago and remain there today as divine offerings. It is said that deep within Okinoshima, there are hidden caves where gold glitters in the light of torches, mixed with ancient treasures that time has kept secret. In its small coves and secluded beaches, coral coexists with precious stones and fragments of forgotten relics, as if it were truly the sea and its gods who guarded these treasures. Every corner of this tiny island seems to hide something: a sacred relic, a lost jewel, or the silent trace of an offering made more than 1,000 years ago. Today, it is known that more than 80,000 ancient artifacts have been found on Okinoshima. These carefully crafted objects include Korean jewelry, Chinese mirrors, Persian glass beads, and Japanese gold pieces. All this shows that for centuries the island was a point of connection between distant civilizations, but also a sanctuary where riches were offered to the sea to calm its fury. The priests of the Munakata Taisha Shrine, located in Fukuoka Prefecture on the island of Kyushu, are responsible for guarding Okinoshima and protecting the secrets that lie there. This main shrine on the mainland is directly connected to the sacred island through rituals that have been maintained for over 1,000 years. The monks who run it follow a strict code of silence about the exact locations where Okinoshima's treasures are hidden. No one, not even the most authoritative researchers, is allowed to dig or explore this island freely. According to tradition, moving or touching even one of these offerings could break the harmony between humans and the kami, the gods of the sea, provoking their wrath and unleashing unpredictable misfortunes on the region. It is said that many of the most valuable objects were hidden in small natural caves or buried under the sand, following purification rituals before and after each offering. Some priests report that pieces of gold were and are thrown into the sea as a symbol of respect and total devotion to the water gods. In this way, the island became not only a sanctuary, but also a kind of sacred chest that holds the spiritual history of one of the most enigmatic corners of the earth. The secrecy is so profound that, as you now know, for centuries only a small number of chosen priests have been allowed to perform ceremonies on Okinoshima. Before setting foot on the island, the priests had to completely strip off their clothes and immerse themselves in the cold waters surrounding Okinoshima to perform an ancient purification ritual. This act symbolized that no one could approach the gods with any form of impurity, either physical or spiritual. But some believe that, in addition to purification, this rite also served as a form of control, ensuring that no one brought any sacred objects or treasures onto or off the island. Once inside, every step, every word, and every glance had to be kept in the deepest silence. What was seen or heard on Okinoshima remained buried there forever. That code of discretion remains in force today, which is why the few men who are allowed to set foot on the island are forbidden to talk about what they witness there and to perform the purification ritual, perpetuating an oath of secrecy that has remained intact for more than a millennium and ensuring that nothing belonging to the kami is taken away. This fear of the treasures being desecrated or stolen has also contributed to the total isolation of the place. As you can see, believers are certain that if anyone tried to remove the treasures or break the sacred rules, the consequences could be terrible. Sudden storms, shipwrecks, or even curses that would punish anyone who dared to disturb the peace of the sanctuary. In 2017, UNESCO recognized Okinoshima as a World Heritage Site, precisely because of its historical value and its impressive collection of intact offerings. Even so, this recognition did not change the rules. Women are still not allowed to enter, and male visitors must follow the same rules of purity, extreme silence, and respect that have been in place for more than a millennium. At this point, we would like to ask you, what do you think of the Shinto religion and the way they worship and respect nature? Would you like to discover the treasures of Okinoshima? And what do you think about places where women are not allowed to enter? Pause the video and leave us your comment. It will be great and very fun to read it. Thank you. As you have seen, Okinoshima is much more than just an island. It is a hidden sanctuary in the middle of the sea, a time capsule that holds the secrets of ancient and present-day Japan, its gods, its fears, and its sacred gold. A place where faith, mystery, and silence merge with history and legend, forming a treasure that, according to legend, must never be seen or touched, ever. An island so sacred and enigmatic that even women are forbidden to set foot on it, as if their mere presence could upset the delicate balance that the gods of the sea swore to protect. If you've come this far, you're probably interested in knowing if you have, or could one day have, the chance to visit this mysterious island. That's why we at Uncensored World have done some research, and now bring you this information. To reach the vicinity of Okinoshima, you must first travel to Japan. Normally, from America or Europe, you fly to one of the country's major airports, such as Fukuoka Airport in Fukuoka Prefecture, or to Tokyo, and then connect to the southwest. Once in Fukuoka, you will need to travel to the coast of the prefecture, specifically to the Munakata area, where the main shrine that guards the island of Okinoshima is located. From there, you can take local trains or buses to the nearest port, and, if you wish, take part in a sea excursion that sails around Okinoshima, although without touching its shores. However, it is very important to know that direct access to the island is prohibited to the general public, and even more so to women. Only the priests of the Munakata Taisha Shrine are allowed to set foot on Okinoshima on a regular basis. For many years, a small group of selected men, no more than 200, were allowed to access the island during an annual festival. But this practice has been almost eliminated or severely restricted. For the average foreign visitor, there is currently no official way to access Okinoshima. In theory, you could only do so if you are a Shintoist and part of the religious community linked to the Munakata Taisha Shrine, maintaining years of devotion and ritual preparation. Even then, the real chances of being chosen are minimal, as those who achieve this honor must comply with rigorous purification rules and remain completely silent about what they see or experience on the island. However, there is a more realistic option, approaching by sea and observing the island from a distance. In the Fukuoka region, there are sea excursions known as spiritual cruises, which circle the coast of Okinoshima so that you can see it from the ocean. Prices vary depending on the season, but they are usually around $120 per person, with tours lasting between 3 and 4 hours. During the trip, the guides explain the stories, legends, and mysteries surrounding the island, all without breaking the sacred silence that protects it. In short, if you are a woman or a foreign tourist, setting foot on Okinoshima is impossible. But you can travel to Japan, arrive in Fukuoka, and embark on a sea tour that will allow you to contemplate, albeit from a distance, one of the most secret, ancient, and forbidden islands on the planet. An experience that will undoubtedly bring you closer to the heart of one of the greatest mysteries of the Sea of Japan. From Uncensored World, we hope you found this video as interesting as we did, and that it helped you discover Okinoshima, as you can see, one of the most inaccessible and mysterious islands on the planet. If so, don't hesitate to leave us a like and a comment. It's the best way to help us continue working to bring you interesting content like this every week. Or like this video that you can now watch, to discover another of the most fascinating places on the planet. Click on it. You're going to enjoy it.